Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of ZooCrafting! So last time I left you off with still incomplete enclosure for the stingray exhibit. I went ahead and I did a couple things. If you couldn't tell, I dyed all of the blocks. I got enough dye from the vines, so I'm starting to grow others. So we don't have to wait quite as long for other colors. So I'm starting to grow yellow and pink. And then I also framed in the windows. And I'll explain why. Because up here, oh, that looks a little bit funky. That is architect's sauna bench. That looks a little bit wrong. Let's just ignore that. So Ben helped me a little bit with arranging this up here. So with the architecture mod, you can, in addition to doing curves in Minecraft, you can do windows. So ignoring what that looks like, you can do window frames and you can fill them in with vanilla panes, which is pretty exciting. So we currently have the gray panes in there at the moment, but nobody uses the stained glass window panes, so they've been retextured. I just don't have the texture file yet, so it'll look more clear once I update that texture file. But right now it doesn't look too bad. And then I changed up the balcony. I don't think you guys saw what I settled on right after the episode last time, but it was in the thumbnail. It was kind of a monstrosity. But we put in columns, this actual wooden ceiling, and we framed in the glass. And let's see, is there a good way to get over here? Nope. Let's go this way. Let's go the cheaty way, because you can cheat like that. Shh, don't tell anybody. But yeah, and supports. I don't know if we added the supports last time, but there's supports there, and they're all dyed. And all that exciting stuff. I put in the door. Door's here, if I can get out. There we go. So yeah, there we go. That's about all the changes. Oh, so I did the framing on the windows to kind of match the white framing on the window frames. So again, it's the architecture mod, so you can't dye them, unfortunately. Like, you can dye the carpenter's blocks. So I'm kind of using both the original mangrove wood and the dyed mangrove wood together. And I think it looks quite nice. I'm feeling better and better about this exhibit every time. So I used the borderless glass, but I kind of wanted to tie in the wood. So I added the wood frame with the divinsing mod. And I changed out this, the glass that was in these carpenter's blocks, because I couldn't frame them. Fun fact, you can't put divinsed materials on top of carpenter's blocks. I learned that. I was like, why won't it work? That's probably why. So yeah, that is the exhibit. And again, please let me know if you have any suggestions, but I think the external piece is pretty much done, except for the seating that we're going to put down here using divinsing, which will be pretty exciting. So today I want to put down that seating and also kind of terraform inside the enclosure itself a little bit. So let's do the seating first. So we're going to borrow the divinsing materials from Hanf, the mason. Might not be his actual name, but you never know. So we have a couple of tools here. We'll move up the shears. And I'm thinking we'll just make the seating out of mangrove wood, I guess. You can't dye it since it's divinsed. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We can always plop some light blue wool on it as well. It's not a bad idea indeed. Do I have any? Yeah, I have some wood. We might need some more, but I don't know. So let us go ahead. We'll probably want a couple of whole slices. Oh, that's not what I wanted. now, is it? What did I just do? Aha! That's what I made. Okay. I need a chisel, don't I? I need a chisel. A chisel is a thing that I need. Not a chisel. A pickaxe. Yeah, that's what I need. To move that along a little bit faster. And then... Oh man, well that piece is broken now. That's okay. So we have one here. So we can't put it on this block because it's not Devenced, it's Carpenter's. That's okay. I might want to put that on a stand a little bit, but... Oh. There we go. Can I... Oh no, you're a sculpture now, aren't you? Oh no! Okay. Normally don't do devencing on camera. And there we go. That's not what we need. Okay. So we will just saw through this piece. There we go. There we go. That's the spirit. Okay. And let's see, add the back. So the goal here is not to promote funky shadows. We might just get a rough outline done today. Because devencing takes a little bit of time. I think this is my first devencing piece that I've done on camera. There we go. We gotta remind it that a block can exist here. There we go. There we go. How far out does that go? We don't really want it to go all the way, do we? Yeah, that one's ruined. Okay, so let's just plop some of these out. That's not what I intended. Okay, we have a bunch of little random pieces because I wasn't careful. We want these. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks out. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, okay, let's do it one more because we want it a little bit wider. And then we have one more piece. So okay. Let's see, we'll add you there. And then we'll chop off some more off of this one. Take this side. There we go. Maybe that's enough. Okay, I also not the biggest fan of how things get flung away. Might also add in some glowstone to get rid of the shadows somehow. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I got booted from the server again. Always seems to happen when I'm recording. So I went ahead and finished up the bench. It can definitely be improved. It could even be made a little bit higher, but I think we're going to keep it like that for now. It's just a little prototype. You want to come with me, don't you? Come with me. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and pick up our mess. Here, I went ahead and chopped up the other block that was sitting there just to get it out of the way. So what we want to do now is return the tools to Hump. We want to be nice about it, except that I'm standing on the his chest. I'm sorry. So now we get to terraform the water. Not the water necessarily, but you know what I mean, right? We get to terraform. All the exciting stuff. Now where's my clams and sand? Clam and sand. Where are you? Did you end up in this backpack? No. Did you end up in this backpack? No. Where is my clam and sand? That is the question here. This clay. Where did I put it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys. Where did I put it? Where did Nerine put it? This is concerning. This is concerning. Where did I put it? Did I put it back at home? Oh, there's no chest over there. I know where. I remember. It, pardon me, grave, is in this chest. What was I thinking? I had all this stuff in here. What was I thinking? Oh my goodness. Okay, we are going to transfer. That's where my shears went. We're going to transfer everything but the food. Oh my goodness. Actually, we'll keep the raw rat in there. There we go. Oh my goodness. What? Where? Why? Why did I leave it in there? I know why. I know why. It's because we were cooking in the same episode. Just what? What? I don't like this one bit. Okay. Time to dump things. Lots and lots of things. Marvelous. Key. No sea sandwords. I think I've used them all. There's some kelp for you. Got some mangrove leaves. My inventory is so full. Huh. Those are slightly different. Ever so slightly different. Decline. Oh, what? We have clam and sand and a declined clam and sand? I don't know what that means. Okay. Yay! Alright, time to put on the suit. Clam can actually go there. Marvelous. Marvelous. Okay, time to put the fancy pickaxe away and bring out sanding 9001, and we'll move that. Because I'm picky about where my tools go. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have to work with. Oh, we might actually need that pick. I'm not the biggest fan of the bedrock, but I do kind of like having a multi-leveled thing. So, let's see. How about we have the higher level over here? I'll just have it coming out from here. Make it easier to get out of the door, that's for sure. Okay. And then we'll extend this a little bit. We might put the declined clam and sand there. Are you gonna blow bubbles? I don't know. So we'll put some of these here, so that the stingrays will have some fun things to forage. So stingrays, I think I've mentioned this before, but stingrays are benthic feeders. Generally stingrays are benthic feeders. They kind of shuffle through the sand, trying to get what they can out of it. This was a bad idea. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. And then let's make it a little bit shallower here. Also, the stingrays in our world like to hide in the sand sometimes. They also do that in the real world, which makes them really hard to see, which is why if you've ever gone to a beach that is known to have stingrays, they'll tell you, do the stingray shuffle when you're walking in the ocean, because you can't see them all the time. And if you step on one, they're more likely to try to, it's not sting, it's not really attack, but kind of whack you with their spine. So it's not a stinger, it's actually a spine. It's a barbed spine that is designed to pierce whatever it's trying to pierce. It's a defense mechanism. It's not really a hunting or eating mechanism or anything like that. But yeah, some fun facts about stingrays. If you ever actually get injured by a stingray, if they attack your feet or whatnot, which is a bad idea, you should be doing the stingray shuffle. But if that ever happens to you and you either have to go to a hospital or something like that, I'm not quite sure if all marine stingrays are like this, but they do have a toxin that's with the spine, and it's like jellyfish toxins. So to kind of help yourself heal, you never want to pack it with ice. You actually want to put warm water or a hot compress on it, because that'll help to dissolve the proteins that are making it hurt a whole lot. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let's see what it looks like from the outside. It looks kind of bare, but stingrays don't really need anything aside from food. The clams in sand are a little bit of extra enrichment than they normally get at aquariums. So we can also put in some plants. That's not a bad idea. Also, what might not be a bad idea is actually might expand the deep water area by 1 block. But if you notice, it's kind of dark in here. I did go ahead and put glowstone in some of the carpenter's blocks, just to make sure it was kind of illuminated at night. But yeah, so I'm thinking, so it depends on the species of stingray that we get in here, of course, but we could always put in some coral, because some of the species of coral on the server produce light. Corals in real life don't, but the corals, some corals here do. So we can go ahead and put some of those in, maybe some algae, and that would look pretty nice. I don't have any of those at the moment, but we can always add those in right before we add the stingrays. And we will have to go on kind of an expedition for the stingrays, because I don't have any stingrays. I haven't seen any in this world either. But we also, admittedly, we do have a bunch of algae down here and things like that. So we could go and try to pluck some of this. So there's some algae. We actually have 2 shears now. That works. So we'll grab some algae and see which particular coral species it is that, oh, pulsing zinnia, that's pretty cool. That's not one of the corals that light up though. Man, okay, there's a coral reef around here somewhere. I know there is. Can always get a sponge. Sponges are fun. I like sponges. Sponges are really fun. The Mosozuku isn't my favorite. So what is this over here? Sea lettuce. Interesting. No! We got a white pearl though. I do kind of want to bring in some of the oysters. That would be pretty fun. Now, where am I? I'm losing my bearings. Okay, so there should be a coral reef over here. Yeah, I see some. Okay. So I'm also not 100% sure which species produce the light, but we can get a couple of different kinds. Oh, we need a couple more algae too. There we go. Marvelous. We shouldn't need too many because it's a small exhibit, but we might as well. Oh, let's not go down into whatever hole that is. We might as well get some algae. Okay, now let's go and catch our bearings. I don't have my handy dandy trusty map with me at the moment because I was playing around with texture packs and it went a little bit weird. So we're flying a little blind, but my nose for direction is okay. This wasn't where I was expecting to be, but it works. I thought I was a little bit closer to the exhibit than I was. So let's see how all of these look inside the exhibit. They shouldn't be too bad. And it should actually be rather pretty. So we'll probably focus on a tropical species of stingray. I think that might be a good idea. We can't put any of the plants over there because they don't go in one block deep water. And that's okay, so long as we know the limitation. There we go. Put some in the corners. And this varied amount of sand will be good for the stingrays too, to give them different levels to kind of explore and hide in. Put another coral there. So the focus of this exhibit is not the coral, even though I find it really pretty and it's very fun to put down, or the sponges. No, did I collect it wrong? Oh no, we got a sponge piece. Oh, now I feel really bad. Man, we'll have to go at another one with a silk touch instead. Bummer. Okay, and we'll set some of these around. Don't really want to detract from anything, but this looks pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy indeed. Okay. So now all we need are stingrays. Look at that, you guys. That's a pretty good exhibit, if I do say so myself. Let's see what it looks like from the overlook. So I would say, not that I might not tinker anymore or anything, but I would say that this is pretty much done. Except for the stingrays, of course, which we're still waiting on. Oh, they look fantastic. This exhibit area. I like the clams in the sand. I like the corals. We are in the Caribbean after all, and all the algae we'll add one in this corner too. I'm not quite sure if these corals actually added any light, but they go with the blue of the exhibit walls. So we'll go with this until maybe I can find the one that actually has some light properties to it. We might have to look into that. We might have to ask Dr. Nami, since he's the coral researcher over in Zoodesia, why those particular species of coral give off light on the server. That would be really interesting. Why do they have bioluminescence, Dr. Nami? Okay. We also, whenever we're actually building the coral reef down in the lagoon over there, might have to bring in Dr. Nami for some assistance. Well, oh, buttons. I think that is it for today. We accomplished the bench of benches, which might be recustomized at some point. And we filled in the actual inside part of the exhibit. It is ready for stingrays to inhabit it now. We just have to find the stingrays. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.